Hi, welcome to Nari's YouTube channel. Today's topic that we're going to discuss is gluten-free pastas. So these are just a few of my favorite pastas that I like to cook with, and everyone's going to have a different opinion on the pastas they like. But since becoming gluten-free and having celiac, I decided pasta was pretty important. I love eating different pasta dishes, casseroles, spaghettis, lasagnas. So I wanted something that could provide the pre-gluten-free day pastas in the same sort of texture and feel and taste as what I remember. Now, granted, that was over 20 years ago. We're pretty lucky in our community. We have two chefs that have a gluten-free restaurant that make fresh gluten-free pastas that are amazing. But if you don't have access to that and you want something in your pantry for everyday pastas, I wanted to share a few of my favorites. And I picked these specifically mainly because convenience is a big deal to me, and I wanted things that you could easily find at most grocery stores. May not be at all grocery stores, but for the most part I've seen them at a lot of different grocery stores. So the first one I want to share with you today that I like is Barilla. As you can see, Barilla has the certified gluten-free on the front, has the big gluten-free across the top. This pasta is made with corn flour and rice flour blend. And what I like about it is it has a pretty good consistency and texture to what I remember regular gluten pasta to taste like. So that was very important to me. I use these a lot in casseroles. I use them a lot in pasta salads, spaghetti. I've used this type of pasta, the Barilla pasta, in my Instant Pot as well. So don't get bogged down and overwhelmed thinking that you have to Google or search for gluten-free recipes. Sometimes it's as simple as trading out your gluten pasta with gluten-free pasta. So don't let all this totally overwhelm you sometimes. Sometimes it's easy just replacements. Of course, you have to check your sauces and spices, but as far as pasta is concerned, this is a great replacement. They even have a no-boil lasagna noodle that I use a lot in my lasagnas. So great option. I definitely always keep this on hand. Occasionally I see some like bulk boxes at Sam's Club for sale, but I see it at most grocery stores. So it's pretty easy to find. You can either find it in the organic gluten-free section, or some grocery stores just keep this in the regular pasta aisle. You just need to look for the gluten-free one. The second pasta I wanted to talk to you about today that I like having when I'm trying to eat a little cleaner. Sometimes we do some clean eating in our house to make some good choices. And this is Live G-free gluten-free pasta. And you can see here on the front, it's also certified gluten-free. And this is made with organic brown rice and quinoa. You can get this at Aldi. Not everybody has an Aldi store near them, but if you do, this is their gluten-free line of food. They have several different things in their stores in the Live G-free line that are all gluten-free, which are great, and they're all certified gluten-free. This is a pasta I keep in my pantry, but it's not my go-to pasta. Let me be very clear. I like it. It's very chewy, good texture. The problem is it gets mushy fast. And I am not a mushy pasta eater. So if you leave it in the water too long or you're going to reheat it, not really my favorite because it's a little too mushy. But it's a great backup pasta I like to have. Another pasta box that I don't have with me that's just as easy as Barilla to find, and I feel has a very similar texture to Barilla, is Ronzini. Ronzini is found at most grocery stores too. It's a bright yellow box, looks very similar to Barilla. And I believe it's made with the same blend of flours as well. And it also has a pretty consistent texture, reheats well. I've used it for spaghettis. It has several different varieties of pasta noodles as well. So Barilla and Ronzini to me are pretty similar. I still would pick Barilla as my first choice if I had to pick one. That's just my thoughts and opinions there. The other pasta I wanted to share with you is this orzo pasta. And this, so I gotta tell you, I don't see orzo very often at all being gluten-free. In fact, this is the only brand of orzo I've kind of ever seen or tried. So of, an N value of 1, I really like it. I love the flavor. I love the texture. It cooks up really well. You can see here, it's also marked certified gluten-free. So I've seen this at most grocery stores, not all of them, but most grocery stores. And it's pretty easy to find. It's not quite as difficult as some of the hard to find pastas that maybe just randomly at only 1 or 2 stores. So this one's pretty easy for me to find, and I like to use it. The only other pasta here that I put in my lineups occasionally is called Jovial brand, and I like Jovial brand pastas. They're not quite as easy to find. You can still find them at grocery stores, but they tend to be the more specialized grocery stores. And I like them. They have a fettuccine that I've used before, and they have a lasagna noodle that I've used before. And both were very good in texture and were easily replacements for me for gluten pastas. So these are just a few of my favorite pastas that I've used in the past, and hopefully they will give you a good start, or maybe give you some new options of pastas you can try if you have celiac and need some gluten-free pasta options. Thank you for joining me today on my YouTube channel, and I look forward to seeing you again on another gluten-free topic. Thanks so much, and have a great day.